Had just about everything from Jack Ginnivan. He was fantastic again. He had the showboating. Geez, we can be sensitive in this industry sometimes. I absolutely loved that. I've got no issue with it whatsoever. I don't think anyone should.
No.
But he was fantastic after this. And you want to go behind the goals to show us some of his best stuff.
I do. This is what we've been talking about, but this is what we should be talking about Jack Ginnivan. This is the first centre bounce clearance of the game. He knows his role is to roll up to stoppage, thinks that that's going to be a stoppage there, and then sees the ball is out in space. Works really hard to actually a defensive position to lock this ball in, but because he's worked so hard, ends up getting himself a possession, a free kick and a goal. And then the smarts of it. So he's running that transition pattern again. He sees the ball going to be turned over. Impey takes the mark and he works really hard to find this space out on the open side. Beautiful kick as well by Impey to find him. Similar scenario here. So the ball turns over. He has a look around, surveys where the space is. He sees that there's the long down the line option. You need small representation at the feet. Not good enough for him though. He works out that there's more space and he can work forward and get himself another possession. And that's why I want to talk about his numbers.
Yeah.
So since he was dropped, round 6, went back to the VFL, he found form there,
Yeah,
but it was to find that ability to get the run in his legs, which is what we just saw in those clips. And every part of his game has improved there. The disposals, marks, inside 50s, the score involvements. He's been pretty much involved in a whole heap of the chains at Hawthorn when they've hit the scoreboard and the goals himself. So they have plenty of small forwards that can play that role. And we saw Dylan Moore probably perfect it last year, getting up really high. He's still playing in that role. So does McDonald at times, Watson at times too. But Ginnivan, he's the one that's really started to thrive in that role this season. And it's all coming off the back of work rate and footy IQ. And I think for Jack Ginnivan, that's something that people miss a little bit. They see all the showy stuff, they see the celebrations, but this is a man with really high level footy IQ, and we're seeing it on full display with the Hawthorn game plan.